Coach, update, who's in, who's not, and so on.
Subban will start tonight. Yep. Who else are we wondering about?
What's the situation as far as injuries are concerned?
Byro is out week to week with lower body. I think that Kozak is day to day, lower body. He's not in tonight, but he's getting a lot closer. There's a potential. If the rest of this week goes well, I think there's a good potential that we could see him this weekend.
And he's out for the season, right?
Yasevich is out for the season.
Okay, so as you go into busier weeks this season, 4 games this week, how do you feel? Are you in a positive frame of mind here, or what?
I usually am. Yes, I am. I think we've played really good hockey for about 15 games. The results haven't always been there. Some nights for one reason or another. But the consistency of our play has been really strong for about most of the last 15 games. And I think last week was an example of that. We were excellent at home in a win against Laval. We were very good on the road. Probably should have gotten 2 points, but we got 1 in Wilkes. And then you go into Hershey, and they're the best team in the East right now, and in a hard environment against a really, really stacked lineup. And I thought we played them toe-to-toe and gave ourselves a great chance to win on the road. So those are important things. Right now, our team defense is continuing to grow. That's something we have to get better at from the middle of the season if we want to win late and into playoffs. And our team defense continues to get better as the season goes on.
7D last 2 games, you continuing that?
We'll go 6 tonight, and we'll get Olszewski, who's up from Cincinnati, will center one of our lines tonight. We're thin at center right now. Hinostroza, who can play center, is up. Byro's out for a couple weeks. Gasevich is out for the season. We lost Sheehan earlier in the year, so our center depth is being tested right now, and Olszewski did a good job when he was up with us last year and earlier this year. He's playing very good in Cincinnati, so we're excited to get him in there tonight.
And Syracuse, your thoughts on them?
Well, they're a really good team. I mean, they have, anytime you can put out some of the veteran forwards that they have a good mix. They have some good young forwards prospects, but then they're led by Barboulay and Dumont are elite American League players. Barboulay is arguably the best offensive player in the league. So when you have that type of firepower from your veterans, they're dangerous. They have a real physical, big decor. They make the game hard on you, and they're a very demanding team to play against.
Sorry, Jones, can you kind of give
Yapst.
Okay. Give me some thoughts on what he's brought to your team, and
he's playing excellent right now. Mason Yapst, when you sign a guy last year, you sign him for reasons. Jason Kermanos really liked him. Our scouts liked him. I liked him. I have some history with him. I tried to recruit him when I was back in college. I've seen him play since he's been 16, 17 years old. He became a Hobey Baker finalist caliber player at Ohio State and really drove their program to new heights of success that program hadn't seen. And his entry-level deal with the Islanders didn't go how he would want it to go. And so he was looking for a second chance, so to speak, in pro hockey, looking for somebody in a team that believed in him. Last year wasn't what any of us hoped. He was playing pretty good. He had injuries. He was out for long stretches. And then we had to trade him at the deadline to acquire more defensive depth. And so you don't know how that's going to go then. You trade a guy. I just think it speaks to his character that he wanted to come back here. He felt that this was a place that he enjoyed being, where he felt that we believed in him as a person and a hockey player. And what we're seeing now there's opportunity that comes with that. He's getting more opportunity, but then he's delivering with that opportunity. With our center depth being tested, he's getting an opportunity to play, first line, second line center. And he's showing what we've believed existed in him, which is that Hobie Baker winning player from Ohio State is starting to reemerge now in pro hockey.
Right.
Just turned 29 years old.
So he hasn't made it to the NHL yet. He's one of these guys that was probably destined to just be a grinder here, or does he have a chance?
Well, I don't think you ever can know. Like Dylan Ferguson was the number 6 goalie in the Toronto Maple Leafs organization on an American League deal, and now he's in Ottawa making 48 saves and beating the Pittsburgh Penguins last night. I mean, that's the nature of this industry, where there's just so much fluctuation because of injuries and all those different things. So I think this is for Mason Jobst. This is probably his first real runway of 20, 30, 40 games that he's had the opportunity to be a go-to guy in the American Hockey League. He's been a guy that maybe was in and out of lineup or was on the fourth line or wasn't playing special teams or whatever that is. Some of it may be deserved. Some of it may be just because the other teams, the Islanders or us last year, had prospects that were going to play in front of him. And right now he's on a runway where he's getting opportunity and he's showing that he is climbing up the ladder to be a high-end American League player. He's producing offense, and he's producing offense 5-on-5. I don't know what the numbers are exactly, but I bet of his 30 points, I bet only a couple are on the power play because he's barely played the power play. So he's almost got 30 points 5-on-5. That's hard to do in the American Hockey League. He's one of our best penalty killers. He's one of our best face-off guys. And he's just making himself an extremely valuable player at this level. And it's fun to see because it's been a long time coming, I think, in his mind. And it's something that management and our coaching staff believed existed in him.
Probably what felt like a much needed goal for him on Friday night. Do you think that'll spark a little more confidence from him this week?
Yeah, Sean Malone is probably frustrated a little bit offensively. He's been a guy that is produced a lot for us over the last year and a half. And so it was good to see score that goal, and hopefully that kind of injects some life. I thought that line of he and Rosine and Weisbach was also very dangerous on Saturday in Hershey. Analytically, they were the best line that night. They created the most scoring chances, the most high danger scoring chances. So we saw some good things from them as well, and hopefully that'll just continue into this week.
You wanted Linus Weisbach to drive his car. You kind of started to do that, it seems like, maybe a couple months after you said that, but what do you like about how he approaches offense?
I think Linus, he's had a really good year, right? He's career high point totals. He's more valuable. He's more trusted. He's better defensively. So he's doing a lot of really good things, and we just want more. I mean, we want to be greedy as a coaching staff, but he wants to be greedy because it's his career. Because it's not just good enough to be a good American League player. You need to be a dominant American League player in your role to get to the National Hockey League and play out your dream. And so as good as he's been, we've challenged him that we just want more. And I thought last weekend was a really good step for him in terms of using his speed to be hard to play against. He doesn't necessarily need to be incredibly physical, just needs to use his speed on the forecheck and on the back check and in hunting pucks to be hard to play against in his own style.